In the fourth episode of A Landman, Tommy Norris and Angela Norris contemplate reconciling despite their separation. Rebecca Falcone, who was previously saved by Tommy from a rattlesnake, returns the favor by rescuing him from a group of lawyers. Cooper Norris impresses his colleagues but receives a concerning phone call. Among Tommy Norris admirers, Rebecca Falcone hasn't been able to exist long. Stella, the landman, has often hurt her feelings in the brief time they've been friends. But when the lawyer is representing a client, their animosity fades away. She puts up a fierce struggle against TTP's lawyers, eventually getting them to settle with the landman and M-Tech Oil. Despite his harsh criticism, he is so impressed by her abilities and energy that he asks her out for a beer. Even though she is too busy to be his date, Rebecca nevertheless decides to meet him for drinks at the Patch Cafe. Ansley and Angela surprise Nathan during their training. The attractiveness of the mother and daughter gets to the old guy, and he anxiously contacts Tommy, asking him to take care of his family. They make their way to the Midland View Country Club, but their plans are thwarted when they are informed that the venue is reserved for a private function. Whether a private event is a code to keep Angela sober is unclear. Regardless of what happened in the club, when mom and daughter get to the Patch Cafe, they are shocked to discover Tommy with a young woman. Despite the landman's disapproval, Rebecca is adamant about having dinner with Angela. Angela can't seem to sit still ever since she saw Tommy with Rebecca. There are no ties between her and her ex-husband, but it doesn't stop her from gently expressing her envy. She breaks the news to the couple over dinner about how they lost everything financially and emotionally when the oil price collapsed. When the subject of the landman's divorce becomes too weighty for the four of them to bear, he decides to leave the cafe. The business mansion is the final destination for the Norris clan. Concerned about her father's possible reconciliation with her mother, Ansley confronts him. Tommy explains to Ansley that he knew he would eventually have to split up with Angela. Even though her daughter is upset, the mother suggests that they meet up with the landman again. Their divorce was prompted by his unwavering commitment to his work, which he assures her he has no plans to lessen. Their friendship has already been tested, but Angela is determined to give it another go. It is her hope that things will work out, even though her daughter has chosen to remain with her father. Angela is still looking forward to their reunion, as it will bring them back together. Despite his reservations, Tommy responds with a yes. He feels foolish for reconciling with his ex-wife, but he knows deep down that they love each other again, so he makes the right choice. Reasons beyond their control cause Tommy and Angela to split up. Their decision to split up was based on the landman's commitment to his work and the devastating impact of the oil crisis on their family. That Angela would repeatedly make enticing or flirtatious calls to him is evidence that their love for each other was unending. On multiple occasions, she has demonstrated that she is utterly dependent on him. This explains her intense desire to be with him, despite his repeated assurances that he must remain apart from his family for professional reasons. Cooper is advancing in his career despite the fact that his first experience at the Patch was a complete disaster. Even though the oil well has run dry, he is still an integral element of the boss's crew. Antonio, Cooper's co-worker, takes a serious tumble and passes out while the crew attempts to bring the well back to life. He gets over his fears and climbs the well to help the injured roughneck get to his feet. Thankfully, Dale Bradley has arrived to transport Anton to the hospital. Regardless of the injured roughneck's inaccessibility, the engineer insists on the well being operational at the specified time. Cooper steps in for Antonio at the well's apex and gets the job done promptly. The well runs again the following morning, generating even more remarkable figures. With the data in hand, Tommy notifies his boss, Monty Miller, who is then satisfied. The fact that Antonio is in the hospital for recovery is also news to him. The boss tells the landman that his son came through for the family when they needed him the most. When the landman inquires about his son while taking a moment to collect himself, Cooper gets a call from an unidentified number. He answers the phone and inquires about the caller, only to find out that it is Elio's widow, Ariana. Cooper meets Ariana at the funeral for Elio LS and Armando. He has extended an arm to comfort her. She takes her mind off of her own terrible pain by seeing him ride in pain as a result of the spicy cuisine. She wants to know if they can meet up, so she gives him a call. Despite a warning from one of Elio's cousins, he decides to meet Ariana and pursue a relationship with her as a buddy. Cooper might be a source of solace and diversion for her, but they're both young and naive, which leaves them open to the prospect of a passionate love affair.